let me share this into a couple of pages. There we go. Boom. So I was going to go live and talk about this yesterday when I looked semi-cute and I didn't look like I was homeless, but that's okay. The reason I want to do this today, though, is because sometimes this is real life. So I got a lot of messages after April's, her Sunday night Zoom, asking how I had signed so many distributors. Some from you guys, some from my team, a good mix of both, which I love. I also got messages from my own brand new distributors that had signed up within like the last 3 months asking how I had signed so many people when I was booming in our team chat. So y'all know I'm real transparent with you. I do not like fluff. I don't do like big philosophical speeches. I like to give you things that you can actually implement like right now and action steps that you can go do. So there's 4 things I do that make me sign a lot of distributors and a lot of customers, because not just distributors. I know the $20 deal just happened to be distributors, but I will say I only signed 7 distributors, guys. Like, I am not a mass enroller. Now, I did used to be at one point, but I also wasn't training my people and keeping track of my customers. So me personally, I can't handle mass enrolling, but I am very consistent with, I would say, decent numbers. My goal typically is 10 distributors a month and anywhere from 30 to 40 customers a month. That's my personal goal and what I can actually handle. So 3 things. One is I talk to people about the business. Now I'm going to specifically focus on distributors here because that's the promotion we just had. Know that a lot of this stuff carries over to customers as well. And I purposely enroll 3 and 4 times more customers than I do distributors because our bulk of our paycheck comes from customers, guys. If you're new and you don't know that, that's okay. Yes, sign distributors. Yes, help other people make money, but you don't make anything off signing a distributor unless they start signing customers. Every single cent of our paycheck comes from signing customers in one way or another. So talk to people. Now, the only way to really know how many people you're talking to is to keep track of how many people you're talking to. Tina, I don't know why it says you're on here 3 times. Like, I don't know if you're getting kicked off and coming back on, or if you have 3 different devices, but you're like, it's like Tina's watching, Tina's watching, Tina's watching. So all 3 Tinas, hi. Keep track. This is what I do. This is what most of my team does. It's super, super simple. Let me see if I can find you a good page. We tally mark. LC, DT, host to post. Now, y'all know I run 99.9% of my business off of host to post, or the free ad system, as we call it. So I know I'm going to be asking a crap ton of people to post ads for me in order to get those other 2 numbers. My personal goal is I ask 25 people a day in each category, and then I strive to get 50 in the host to post category instead of 25, because the more the better. Why not, right? So when I ask you, when you come to me and say, I don't know why I'm not signing people, and I ask you, how many people did you talk to about the business yesterday? A lot. No. Give me a number. How many people? This, I would consider a decent amount, 25. Now, if you're coming to me, and I have days like this too, that's why I want to show you. This, I don't know what day this is. I didn't talk to anyone about the business that day, only 2 about customers, about products. Guys, I can look back at my own results, and if I have a low week of enrollment, I look at the previous week's numbers, and I can tell, okay, I had a low week of enrollment because I had a low week of production, right? So there's a little bit that goes into it when it comes to conversations, obviously, and when it comes specifically to signing distributors, I'm gonna make a note to link this as soon as I'm done here. We have an entire unit on enrolling distributors. We go through the interview process. Actually, I don't even know what, let me just pull it up on my phone real quick, because it's not something I can link, which is fine, but it's something that you can very easily go find. So after this video, go to the very top of this group, and you'll see where it says guides. Right up there. underneath all the pictures. There you go. Guides. Click on that, and you're gonna, these used to be called units, by the way, they changed the name. Go down to guide number 2, signing distributors. There are 6 different videos for you to watch in there. There's a video on how you train your new distributors. There's a, just kidding, 6 posts, not videos. There's a post on all the interview scripts. There is a video explaining how I conduct the interview. There is a post on the distributor follow-up scripts. There's a video explaining how I follow up with distributors, potential distributors. And then there's a video explaining how I use other people's stories to sign people, because some of y'all, I think, tend to think, oh, well, you're making money, so it's easy for you to sign distributors. Guys, it's not easy for anyone to sign distributors, because you have to relate to those people. If I'm talking to a stay-at-home mom on how, oh yeah, you can work this around your 17 billion kids. Guys, I have 1 kid and I worked full-time when I started this, and she was basically a baby. It's different, but I can say, oh, Claire Flores, she got a whole bunch of babies. She did this. If I'm talking to somebody who is a social media influencer and they're like, I don't know, I don't want to like annoy my audience. I wasn't a social media influencer when I started this. Y'all had 89 dang followers. Nobody cared what I said. Alyssa Bilyeu was a blogger. Y'all, she did it. Like, you can use other people's stories. So, talk to a lot of people. Keep track of them. You should be striving to talk to a certain amount of people every day about the business. My number is 25. You got to pick your own number. If you're new, I suggest that number being 5. If you're not new, pick a number that, talk to your upline and see what's the number I should pick to hit this rank and hit this amount of money monthly. Number 2, building relationships. This is one I don't think a lot of y'all do, and it's fine, because this is what happens. When you're doing Host of Host, my nose is so itchy, we talk to a lot of people about the business and a lot of people about the products through Host of Host. With the products, it is an impulse buy. Majority, and I know this is backwards from what you're taught. What you're taught is fortune comes from the follow-up. That's true when you are cold messaging or family and friends. This is my own experience. It's not true with Host of Host. They don't know me. They're not even on my page usually. It is an impulse buy. If you don't seal the deal within 48 hours or so, the chances that they're going to order go down, down, down from there. Okay, that's not that's going to be an unpopular opinion. I don't care. I'm telling you, that's how it works. Now, I'm not saying I don't follow up with my people. I do, because there's still people that slip through the cracks and they eventually do buy. But majority of it comes from immediate. When you're talking about Host of Host. Distributors are the opposite. Distributors usually will watch you for a while before they join you, because they're buying into you. Everyone and their mom has done network marketing. Why are you different? What are you going to teach me that's different? So there's 2 parts to this. The first one is building relationships, and this is how I do it, guys. This is so easy. I have a list. Each month I have a new list of potentials. December, the list was short because 1, I didn't work as much as I should have. Saying. But 2, I did sign a lot of people. So by the time I made this list, which is like a month later, most of the people had already joined. And she joined on the $20 deal. So I'm showing you this works. Once a month, I go down this list. I go to each of their pages, and I just like and comment on 3 or 4 different things. Once a month. That's it. So I put it in my schedule. I usually set like a 5 to 10 minute timer, and I have lists from years. So what happens when I go comment on their stuff, my stuff pops into their page, and then sometimes I put them on a new potential list because they'll reach back out to me. We start a new conversation, right? I give them new information because our business is always changing. So I think a lot of you guys are talking to a lot of people. I don't think there's lazy people watching me on this channel or on this page. If you're lazy, you're not in here, right? If you're lazy, you're not tuning into these videos. So I don't think that talking to people is your issue, although the conversation side of it might be. And that's okay. That's a skill that you can learn. Building relationships, I think a lot of you aren't building relationships with your potential distributors because you don't know how. And that's where I was for a long time. Or you feed into the lie of, I don't have time. I'm doing all these other things. Guys, this is how I build relationships. I just do it through Facebook. That's it. Number 3, though, and this is crucial, is you have to post about the business daily. That is one thing that the KPI checklist that I love about it. I don't use it. Y'all know our team doesn't use it because we focus so much on host to post. But I do love business and stories, or business and products daily. Now, I'm not saying you post on your main page. You can, and I would post a business post on your main page at least once every 5 to 6 posts. It could be a business post from day 3. If you don't know what that is, again, go to the guides. Guide 1 is new distributor training. Scroll down until you find the 5-day posting schedule. It'll say day 1 and have a link. Day 2 and have a link. Day 3, click the link. Lots of business posts and product posts that you can copy and paste and make your own. But it could be someone else's story. It could be bragging on somebody. Like Amanda's probably gonna watch this video. I know you watch most of them. Amanda, I would go shout Cassie on your page, tag her, tag me, because I'm your upline, tag your upline, we'll all go give her love, because she just worked her butt off and got her shopping spree. That you can talk about the business without bragging on yourself. And that's what a lot of people, because guys, I'm in the homeschool community, I'm in the Christian community, I have a lot of Christian homeschool moms that join the team, and they're taught so hard, oh, don't brag, don't brag. I have a love-hate relationship with that. I'm not going to go into that right now. But talking about the business is not bragging. It's part of the business. Also, if you feel like you're bragging, that means you're not sharing other people's stories. You're just talking about your business, which no one wants to hear about that anyways. Right? Not every single day. Talk about other people's business. So, number 4 is follow-up. That means when the $20 codes come out, actually ask them to join your business. Now, I would say majority of you are doing that. But some of you don't even have a list of people to ask. When the $20 follow-up comes up, you're scrolling through Messenger trying to find people that you talk to about the business, which means I know you're not building relationships because you don't even know who to build a relationship with. So, it all goes together, guys. Have the initial conversation. And you know what? They may not join you. That's okay. But if they get all the way to the end of the interview and the only thing stopping them is the price, boom, on the list. Then I take that list, and once a month, I like and comment on their stuff, and I just build a relationship, a genuine relationship. If I see something on their page that I really like, I'll screenshot and send it to them with a voice message, like, oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Because it's a one-on-one versus just a comment on their page. Then, even if you don't voice message them, even if they never respond back to your comment, 99% of them, it triggers like, oh, I talked to this girl. They at least go look at your page. If you have nothing about the business, or you're posting 17 times a day and you're not adding any value to anybody, they're like, oh, well, I guess she's not doing it anymore. Or, oh, I guess it's not going that good after all. Glad I didn't join her. You lose the trust that you had with your potential in the first place. God, they go back to my page and they're seeing the business. They're seeing people's stories. They're in my own, now again, not only on my main page, in my stories is where I post about the business every single day and what it actually looks like. And that's why I say, creep my stories, guys. Go watch my stories every single day. I watch April Jennings' stories every single day because I like the leadership stuff she's putting in there, and I'm turning and doing the same thing. Show people how you're actually working the business. I talk about, like, I'll show people working the business in the morning. I'll show people today, doing a little video, kind of what I'm going to tell y'all in a minute about, like, how I balance everything. So, show your audience that this is an actual job. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is how we work the business. Shout people out. Put comments in there put pictures in there when people join your team, when people order product from you. Like, do all the things, but mix it in with your real life. So if you don't know what that looks like, it's hard to explain. You just got to watch it. Go creep my videos or go creep my stories for the next 30 days. And then you'll see how it's just like a vlogger style. And then the very last thing is the follow-up. And again, we have a follow-up system anyways. It's in the units I just showed you about. But when a deal comes up, $20 deal, for example, if I message someone and say, hey, it's $20, are you ready to start? And their first instinct is start what? What are you talking about? That's a red flag. I haven't been keeping up with them. They haven't been seeing pictures and stuff on my own stories. You're starting from square one. The reason I signed 7 distributors, all I did is I spent 30 minutes. I messaged, I think, like 6 months worth of leads. Basically, the people I hadn't messaged about the last $20 deal. So 6 months worth of leads, and then I let it go. And then you know what? Boom, 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 boom. But I had already done the work before then. And so if you're brand new and you're watching this, I'm not saying you can't find people when these deals come up, but your list is going to be much shorter. I don't have the number in front of me, but typically I have anywhere from 10 to 20 people on my list. So we're just going to say 10. 6 months worth of leads, 10 people on each month. That's 60 people. I'm pretty sure there was more than that, but we're just going to say 60. I followed up with 60 people to get 7 distributors. If you've been in the business for 3 months, you're talking to less people because you're brand new. You may have only followed up with 5 people and you didn't sign anyone and you're mad at yourself. Guys, that's normal. Not everyone you talk to is going to join the business, and that's okay. So those are the 4 things. Just do them over and over, and then when the next deal comes up, you will sign a bunch of people. So talk to all the people. Make sure you're building relationships with the ones that you need to. Post about the business every single day. I think 1 in 4, I think a lot of y'all are doing the initial talk, and when deals come up, you're talking to the people about it. I think 2 and 3, I don't think a lot of y'all are doing it because you don't know what it looks like. So that's what it looks like. Now, like I said, I wanted to go live in here yesterday and talk about this. Actually, I wanted to for like the last week, and I just haven't done it. And I usually want to go live when I look again halfway decent. But I purposely wanted to talk about these 2 things on the same video today because the second part of this video is what does it look like daily? How do I balance everything? Because I talk a lot about balance and centered and time management and all that stuff, and I believe in it 1000%. Let me just tell you, Monday through Friday, this is typically what my schedule looks like. So from 5 to 7:30, that is when I journal and I do my devotions and Bible study and whatever I want to do. Like that is my pour into myself time. I realize not everyone can do that. If you're new and you're working full time and trying to build this, you don't have 2.5 hours. I get it. I have worked really hard to have 2.5 hours in the morning, so I take advantage of them. Also during that time, if I need to make a graphic for a team training, or maybe I need to post in the team chat about a video I just watched, I will do that as well. 7:30 to 8:30 is when I shower and get dressed. Guys, this is the first day that I can honestly say the first day in, I would say almost a month, that I have not been dressed and could have walked out the door if I needed to. So dressed and ready by 8:30 in the morning. And I'm dang proud of that because I've been working real hard on that. And I suggest that everyone gets up and gets ready and gets dressed in the morning. 8:30 to 9:30 I work out, or what it looks like lately is I just take a walk with my kid and we walk around the neighborhood. When it's really, really cold, I work out in my garage. Really, really hot, sometimes I will work on the garage or we'll go somewhere and go swimming. But normal, we like to take walks. 9:30, we do school. From 9:30 to 11:30, we do school. And sometimes while she's doing school, I can respond back to messages or I can do a little bit of follow-ups. I have my notebook at the table with us. It just depends on the day. So for example, if we're doing phonics and it's a day where she's reading her words, I don't need to, I need to be there, but I don't need to, there's nothing I need to do. She takes about 15 minutes and she is just reading words. She's reading lists. I can very easily just be on my phone responding back to people. But days like we play our review flashcard game, I actively am playing with her, so I can't be on my phone at that point. So you do what works for you and you work it around your schedule. 11:30 is typically when I Zoom with any new person I need to Zoom with, or I'm doing a coaching session on Instagram. 12 to 1, we do school again. We typically do school 3 hours a day, 4 days a week. 1 o'clock, I get on the work Zoom, and during that time, I follow up with all of my new distributors. 2 to 2:30 is lunch, and I usually have, I need to call somebody, or not business-wise, but Monday I called the library to fix something on our library card. One day last week, I had to call in and pay some taxes for Indiana state taxes that we somehow missed. We got a bill almost a year later saying that we owed $47, and they were gonna put a lien if we didn't pay it. I was like, that's weird. But it was a sheriff's department. I called like it was legit. So I paid the $47. So just like little stuff. 2:30 again, that's when I schedule Zooms if I need to Zoom with people. I typically block out 1 hour a day, 4 days a week for Zooms. I don't use all of those, but I sign enough people where I have to be accessible now. If you don't have a huge team, you don't need to do that. So that's just like a next level thing that I have to do. 3 to 5 is when I do my block 3. So that's basically messaging, host to post, all that stuff. 5 to 6:15, I'm cleaning and I'm making dinner. 6:15, we sit down and eat, and then I clean up after dinner. 6:45, we do tuck-in time with my daughter. And then at 7:15, I either hop on the Zoom or I have quiet time. It just depends on the night. And that is when I return messages and do start of block number 4. 9 o'clock, I go to bed. If I need to finish block 4, I do. If not, I just go to sleep. So that's what I do on the daily, and I'm pretty good about being consistent with it. However, then you have weeks like this week where real life happens. And I'll just be honest, it's not even real life because it was a choice. I've watched way more TV than I should have this week. I've let myself fall into the trap a few times of, I'm just going to put a movie on in the background while I'm messaging. Then all of a sudden that movie's over and I've only messaged 10 people. And my block's not even half done. 1, don't do it. Don't fall into the trap, guys. But if you do, know that we all do it sometimes. So what I typically do is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. That's our schedule. I do really, really good at balancing. I do really good at my self-development, feeding my brain, feeding my body, spending so much time with my kid. Again, I homeschool, guys. There are lots of times when I look at some of y'all that do this business full time and your kids are in school, so they're gone out of your house for 8 hours a day, I guess. What's up, babe?
The pizza's getting cold, I think.
That's okay. Go sit. It's not yours, honey. It doesn't matter.
Can I say hi, though?
No, go sit down. I have pizza that I cooked, and it's cooling, and she's so convinced it's going to be hers. Like, Mom, the pizza's getting cold. Do you want me to get that for you? No, I don't. Go do what you're doing. And she's something. Forget where I was. About real life, and so that's 4 days a week. Real good at balancing. That's what I was saying. I look at some of y'all and I'm real jealous at the fact that you just have 8 hours of the day to yourself without kids running around. But then I have to also look and say, this was my choice. I could put my daughter in school. There's nothing saying that I can't do that. I chose to homeschool her because that's what we are passionate about doing with our child. So I can't complain, right? Because my why for this business, one of them was to be able to homeschool my daughter. So now I can't use homeschooling my daughter as an excuse not to work my business. Y'all follow where I'm going? So I have to tell myself, no, I chose this. And I enjoy it 99% of the time. There's just that 1% I'm like, I just need like 8 hours to myself to do what I need to do. I can catch up on so much life. But I don't have that. And that's okay. So I do real good at balancing. I spend, we do lots of crafts. We play outside a lot. We have lots of reading time. Like, I am with my kid and I am present so much time out of every single day. And it's the very best thing I could do for her. So again, I love it. But that means I have to prioritize this business. And then my husband really likes a clean house. So I clean every single day. My house is, when he walks in, it's usually very, very clean. There's dinner on the table ready for him to eat. He works long hours right now. And then again, this business does, when you get up to where you're wanting to make $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, it does take a little bit more time than when you're brand new going for $500 a month. Now, if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm already working like 7 hours a day, you need to consolidate. It doesn't take 7 hours a day to make $500 a month. Okay, I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying it doesn't. I don't work 7 hours a day. I usually work 4 to 5, and I make a lot more than $500 a month. Me, personally, off my own personal enrollments, not my team stuff. So, just get real good at your time management. But then, you're going to have weeks like this week where, like I said, I watch too much TV. I didn't stay as balanced as I normally did because staying balanced, it is real. Okay, people like to say, oh, balance isn't a thing. No, it is a thing. As long as you are very consistent with your discipline. It's a hard thing to stay balanced, but it is a thing. I wasn't consistent with my discipline this week, so guess what? I'm not balanced. So what I'm doing today is I'm having a catch-up day. 1 day a week, we have an off day of school, and I designed that on purpose. Our weekends are real busy. I did not want to be go, go, go Monday through Sunday. So I like to have my off day on Wednesday because we go to church that day. And I like to do a hair mask, and I like to do a face mask. I like to get my nails done. Like, whatever it is that I want to do to just pour in myself and relax, I do. There are some weeks, like next week, we're having a scrapbook party. So some mom friends are coming over. We're going to make cards. Y'all might think it's nerdy. I don't care. Y'all do you, I'll do me. I like to make cards. I like to scrapbook. So my off day, I'll be on Tuesday next week because I'll have the morning to just kind of like relax and do what I want. And I'm not saying off from work. I work. I'm saying off from school. But again, work only takes 4 to 5 hours a day. I have a lot more hours at the outside of that, right? So it's an off day. This week, though, I'm using it as a catch-up day because I wasn't very diligent Monday and Tuesday. So I have a list of things I haven't done. Some for the house, some for the business. So my daughter is getting to watch way more TV than she normally would. Movies. Like, not just YouTube or something. But in the summer, when I have catch-up days like this, I sit outside and do them. She runs around in the sprinkler and plays and has fun. In the winter, it is what it is, guys. It's cold here. It's too cold to send her outside. It's way too cold for me to sit outside and play. So she gets to watch movies, which she doesn't get screen time the rest of the week. So it works for us. But anyways, so that's why I wanted to come on here and show you this is how I balance it all, guys. Sometimes the answer is I don't. The answer is I can, but I choose not to because I choose to do the easy thing and watch TV instead of the hard thing and be disciplined and get my butt to bed so I can get up the next day, right? Or turn the TV off so I can get the rest of those messages out because I've been a little lazier than I should have been with that. So then today what the plan was, get up at 5, do my journaling, have a relaxing morning, do my nails, do a hair mask, do a face mask, work the business, watch a movie with my kid, just relax, and then go to church tonight. Instead, I woke up at 5:30. I don't even know how I woke up at 5:30 because I don't remember. My husband didn't wake me up. I don't remember my alarm going off. I have no idea. And I said, no, I'm tired. I'm going to trade all that in and I'm going to go back to bed because it's an off day and I can choose to do that. I slept until 9. Apparently, I needed to sleep. And you know what? I woke up and I felt amazing and I don't even care that I slept. But then I had to trade something for that sleep. So I'm not doing a hair mask. I'm not doing a face mask. I'm not doing my nails. I'm going to go to church with a messy bun tonight and be fine with it because I can pull that off. I've done it before. Like, I have a lot of hair. Messy buns look cute on some of us. Now, I have to, like, it don't look like this. This looks like a, what is it? The principal from Matilda. That's what I look like with this. But I can make it look cute without spending a lot of time. Not going to do my nails. I'm trading in the sleep for that. And then I'm going to catch up on work because I have a whole list of things that I need to do. And I've done a lot of them. I just enrolled a customer this morning. Guys, balance is possible if you have discipline. Most of us don't have perfect discipline, and that's okay. The better you get at it, the better you'll be at balance. But sometimes you're going to screw up on that, and you're going to have to play catch up. And instead of getting to do the fun things that you want to do, you're going to have to catch up on your business if you want to make the big money. Guys, I could just take the day off and not do anything, and that's okay. And just chalk it up to, well, I'll do better next week. But how many times am I going to say, well, I'll do better next week? That's kind of what I have to remind myself is you never can get your time back. It's better to just take a day and hustle and be back on track the next day. Now, the last thing I want to say is if you are working full-time, I get it. You can't just take a day and like, I'm going to catch up on my business. But you can, because I don't know any of y'all that work 7 days a week. Now, I get it. Your day off is usually used to catch up on dishes and that kind of stuff. But that's where you have to get really good at scheduling. I did work full-time. I was working 60-plus hours a week when I started this. Plus, I was a new mom. A couple years into our marriage, so I guess I wasn't a new wife, but I kind of was. So I get it. And it's going to suck for a while. Okay, I'm just going to be blunt. The first year and a half of my business sucked. I felt like I was working all the time. I didn't make hardly any money in the beginning because you don't. Right? Most of us don't. Now you do a little bit better because of host to post. When I started, it wasn't host to post. So it's going to suck a little bit in the beginning. But then you're going to get to the point where you can either do this full time if you want to. Or if you're like me, I'm choosing to homeschool. That's a full-time job in itself. So I'm still not doing this full time, but I am. Like, I'm still in control of my schedule. I can school when I want to. I can work when I want to. Like, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I honestly do feel like I'm on a vacation every single day. So for me, this works. If you're not someone that you want to have this on top of a full-time job, you don't have to. Like, you can do just it works and do it full-time. So all that to say, I just wanted to shed some light on the real life side of this business. I feel like sometimes we get caught up in the perfect Instagram filters and how all the leaders in the business look like they just do the business amazingly and they look like Barbies all the time. First off, I don't never look like a Barbie. No one ever accuses me of that, so at least I don't have that going for me. But the business side of it, the time management side of it, that's real. But it is also real to have bad weeks and bad days and just have to suck it up, play catch up a little bit, and then get back on track. So I hope this helped. It is almost 1 o'clock, so I'm going to hop on a work Zoom with my team. Actually, with anyone. Y'all are welcome to join. It's in all of the chats and everything, so if you need the info, just let us know. I think that at times, yeah. No, if this business was easy, everyone would do it. The problem is, the reason it's not easy is not because the actual work. The reason it's not easy is it relies 100% on you leading you. Guys, we suck at, like, as humans, we just suck at discipline in general. That's not something that comes natural to us. So you have to discipline yourself to get up and show up when no one else is making you. And sometimes we fail at that. Now, I will say I have gotten really, really good at that over the years, but it has taken years to get good at it. And I still have mess up days. So when you're new and you're like, I feel like I'm failing more than I'm succeeding, that's normal. I had lots of days in the beginning I felt like I was not leading myself more than I was leading myself. So it's normal. Just, you got to suck it up. You got to get the job done and then start over the next day and be okay with just getting back on track, basically. So, all right. Bye, guys. I will talk to you guys later.